Well, hello everybody, welcome back to Thieves StarCraft YouTube. I hope you guys enjoyed those two previous games, because this is the high-level game going down right now of Crisco Cube versus GeterDone, and I think Crisco was random, but it ended up being Terran, so we're going to see how well that throws off GeterDone. He said that GeterDone was saying in the lobby before that as Terran, Crisco Cube wasted him twice before, 2-0 I think. So we're gonna see how this game goes. Maybe GeterDone has improved a little bit. Who knows? Maybe not. But he knows well enough not to wall off versus Terran, so that is how high level this game is going to be. I think both of these guys are in Platinum. I could be mistaken, they could both be in Masters, but they're at least Diamond, that is for sure. So we're going to see how well this game goes, and they are both starting off with the supply depot far away from their ramp. That was pretty loud, sorry if that blew anyone's ears off. Probably not, because I do like to edit my audio before I finally release the video. I should say before I release the final video. I do a little bit of normalizing, and then I do a couple hard limits to, you know, bring all the audio up to spec. It all sounds the same that way. It just sounds pretty cool. And there's none of that annoying thing where you walk away from the mic and you're actually quieter. Because I just did that, and you might have heard a little bit more echo, because that's the hard limiting. Anyway, let's take a look at what the computer is up to right now. They are broadcasting some units, maybe from the new Brood War, from the new Zerg expansion, maybe? I think that's what that is. And it's pausing for us. Oh, it's posing. Ooh, very nice. Anyway, usually it revolves around a whole bunch. Let's see if I can maybe get it to go a little bit more. There it revolves. I know that's cheating. Anyway, Crisco Cube with the good scout on GeterDone's base. Let's see, let's take a look at the production tab. Who's going to build that orbital command first? It is indeed Crisco Cube, the first orbital command of the night. GeterDone now with a little bit of damage. His scouting SCV only has 10 HP left. Sad face. And the second supply depot now done for GeterDone. And that barracks now pumping out its first Marine. Aw, the first Marine of the game. It's so cute. Well, there's the first Marine of the game from Crisco Cube, actually, but it's the first Marine out of GeterDone, or second. I don't know. The scan going down, an early scan. Wow, from Crisco Cube, letting his opponent know that at 3 minutes and 55 seconds, I do indeed have my orbital command. And now I'm not going to have enough energy for a mule for quite some time. So you have plenty of time to get that first refinery down. GeterDone with a little bit of a head start on this first refinery. And Crisco Cube with a huge head start on his first command center, but GeterDone is actually faster. Sorry, I'm terrible at my job. Anyway, scouting Marine going down here from GeterDone, looking for any sort of proxy barracks harass, cheesy kind of play, with 3 Marines already at GeterDone's natural, and Crisco Cube just chilling on his own base, saying, hey man, what's up? I'm doing stuff. Doing stuff is cool. Building his command center inside of his base, so he's going to have that much of a delay, even if he immediately transforms it into an orbital command. And that second refinery now done for Crisco Cube, and GeterDone now on that as well. Let's take a look at the production tab, see if there's anything that I'm missing. There's another barracks that just got done for GeterDone. Right, where was that other barracks? Is that barracks? Ooh, but there's a scan just now down from Crisco Cube. It looks like he's might be going easy on his opponent by wasting those mules on scans. This could be an even more interesting game if indeed Crisco Cube is giving his opponent that advantage on purpose. And now GeterDone pushing out with this first set of 6 Marines. They see the ramp and they're like, that's far enough. It's like that part, you know, that part of the pool that, you know, at first when you're going into the pool and you wade in and you wade in and you go down to the deep end. You're like, I want to go down to the deep end today. And then you're just like, oh, that's far enough right there. And then they just sort of kind of like step back into their comfort zone. Into their comfortable bunker right there. Where is Crisco? Is he going to bother bunkering off his natural expansion? We're going to see here. But going out with these 5 Marines, checking also for some proxy Hatches going to miss GeterDone's SCV there at the Zalnaga Watchtower. With a factory now, dual factory going down for Crisco Cube here. What's this tech lab up to? It is researching Stimpack. And GeterDone, since he saw those Marines go this way, he's eagerly anticipating their arrival, but they're actually sneaking out back into a bunker that has no units in it whatsoever. But GeterDone with the fast response, taking out all of Crisco Cube's Marines. And the counterattack commences now. And Crisco has 2 bunkers that he's just now getting down. And these factories have just now started their tech labs. I don't think Crisco is going to have enough units out here to deal with this counterattack from GeterDone. But we're going to go ahead and find out. Stimpack almost done for Crisco. Is Stimpack done for GeterDone, though? I think not. He does have combat shield done, though. Crisco Cube not going for combat shield, instead of going for Stimpack, but it's not quite done yet. But these 2 bunkers are going to prove to be quite cumbersome for GeterDone's counterattack here, especially with all these SCVs repairing it just in time. I forgot about repairing SCVs. If I would have remembered about repairing SCVs, I would have said GeterDone is going to be in quite a bit of trouble here with this counterattack, but no, I did not say that. Instead, I forgot about these repairing SCVs, the repairable skill that SCVs have, and now GeterDone is just going to move his units back, which is why they split up in the middle of the map. Apparently there's some sort of trick that in every single map that Blizzard has put in there to make everyone's units want to split up as they run away. Only when they're retreating though. No, just kidding. Crisco Cube now up here with the Siege Tank. Yes, Siege Tech almost done. Of course, only 80 seconds to research Siege Tech. I think that's a little bit too short of a time for Siege Tech research, but that's just me. I think maybe it should be at least 100 seconds. I mean, gosh. Take a look at his energy. It's low and low. That's why these players are on top. GeterDone's energy also low and low, getting out those very crucial medevacs for these siege tank situations. And barracks going all out bio from GeterDone. We're going to see how well this works against Crisco Cube's tank play, with a 3rd command center now going down, and this starport now throwing down a reactor core as well. We're going to see if Crisco can get this starport, this command center, up and running against GeterDone, who's probably now going to scout out for that 3rd. He sees that there's no 3rd there for Crisco. But now here's a little bit of a drop play going down. GeterDone with the Zalnaga Watchtower, seeing if there's any extra defenses closer up. And now that... from a little bit of drop play from GeterDone, dropping right in the middle of the base, is going to be able to take out that missile turret before it goes down, and that SCV building it too. Crisco Cube with a little bit of a delayed response doesn't... Oh, there we go. And now he uses his Stimpack, and GeterDone not lifting up and getting the heck out of town. He's indeed, but going to at least save the medevac, unless Crisco Cube has the balls to run all the way around. But taking out that missile turret was definitely not worth the lives of all those Marines and Marauders. Just 1 Marauder is worth the life of a missile turret, so, and plus 25 gas. So definitely not worth it from GeterDone. And Crisco Cube now with this watchtower being able to see just exactly the timing of GeterDone's retreat. And GeterDone's medevac trying to pretend like I can grab that Zalnaga Watchtower, but indeed, and air units cannot grab it. But GeterDone now, thanks to that nice little attack there, was able to procure his 3rd before Crisco Cube was even able to lift off his orbital command. Now all GeterDone has to do is transform this into an orbital command before Crisco Cube can land his orbital command at the 3rd, and he will be in the lead. Let's take a look at the income tab. 56 to 44 harvesters. GeterDone, or Crisco Cube, falling behind in that regard, way behind, and except he's mining a little bit more gas, but that's okay because he actually has tank play, whereas the other guy, GeterDone, is concentrating more on medevacs. Crisco Cube now knowing for sure, and instead of grabbing that Zalnaga Watchtower, he did indeed die, that poor Marauder. Let's see if GeterDone loads up these Marines and Marauders into these medevacs and continues his harassment. He's going to have a little bit of trouble with these 4 missile turrets now complete. And this idle SCV saying, I'm just going to take a break. in the shade of this missile turret, which kind of sucks because it keeps on revolving, and I'm pretty sure that the face mask of this SCV becomes covered and uncovered by that revolving missile turret. I hate it when that happens. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Especially when I'm driving around town, like my sunroof is open, and I'm like, you know, going around in a roundabout, and the sun just keeps on going like woo into my sunroof, and it's like, oh, that's so annoying. It's like 12 o'clock in the noon time, and it's like, why is this even like cool or anything? I don't understand sunroofs. But you know, when the little dark shade of my sunroof is over, it gives my hair like a little bit of a purple tint, which looks kind of cool. But anyway, I doubt other people notice. Actually, I think people notice all the time, and I've caused quite a few accidents on the road because my hair is so awesome. Enough of me bragging about myself. GeterDone is going to find out just how many siege tanks Crisco Cube has here in a moment, but Crisco Cube needs to siege this 5th one if it's going to make it very effective. 6th tank just meandering about. But oh, GeterDone's going to find out just how many siege tanks he has with a quick little scan, and he's probably just going to take out these rocks and then leave. At least I would not doubt it. Crisco Cube's 3rd up and running now. Maybe that's where GeterDone should scan, but instead he's going to walk right into all these siege tanks, and oh, that is such a painful scene to watch. But Crisco Cube's siege tanks going down quite handily, with a bunch of SCVs going to repair a bunker that was being hit as probably more of a diversion than anything else. Quite a bit of reinforcements coming out from GeterDone now, stimming to the rescue perhaps, but GeterDone really needs to learn out super fast that what is all of this green in GeterDone's base. Wow. That is quite the malicious counterattack from Crisco Cube, and I missed that whole thing. Kind of. But anyway. Oh, Crisco Cube with his nice devious tactics. But his drop getting cleaned up nonetheless. But here comes some reinforcements from Crisco. And see, look at that. Crisco Cube saves all 4 of the medevacs right there. Classy. Class act right there. And GeterDone is going to know just how fast that those reinforcing tanks are going to be right at the foot of his natural. Oh goodness, that is so much siege tank play going down. But all these marauders are going to be able to make quick work of these marauders and these siege tanks, no doubt. But oh no, never mind. Now the Vikings are shooing off all of the medevacs. But like I said, all these siege tanks are going to go down to these marauders. At least I think they are. I guess not. I guess they are. Back and forth, back and forth. And some reinforcements from GeterDone going to be able to clean up Crisco Cube's reinforcing army right here. But he is securing his 4th base now from Crisco Cube, keeping his mineral count up in that very high mark, saying to himself, I want to be able to build reinforcements when I darn well please. So here we go, GeterDone establishing a little bit of map control with his reinforcing army. But if we take a look at the defenses now, Crisco Cube is very vulnerable to being caught off guard here from GeterDone, but not anymore that he's streaming in his tanks, single file tanks, his mobile tanks, i.e. marauders, but some extra marines going to be able to clean up this army, but not before he takes all the tanks. And GeterDone's reinforcements from the other side going to actually clean up this army. And Crisco Cube in a little bit of trouble here. Siege tanks are nice, but he really needs that bio backup to be able to take out these extra marauders. And wow, that is a lot of medevacs from GeterDone. Oh, I'm sorry, they were from both teams. But anyway, still, that's a lot of medevacs from GeterDone. And Crisco should now starting to be learning the advantages of a heavy bio army. Heavy bio being all these marauders. Look at this. And a couple of siege tanks now from GeterDone. The perfect army composition to take out this 4th base right here. Is GeterDone going to establish his 4th base at all? No, but he does have a planetary fortress there. It is 3rd, and I am starting to become very, very hoarse. No wonder casters can't talk all the time. Oh, water, the giver of life. GeterDone now with the scout, the also important scout, and the establishing map control from this Zelnaga tower. What is he going to do with this army? He is going to stim it up and sacrifice it for the sake of that scout. And that is a lot of fireworks, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of fireworks. But it's all going to distract so that GeterDone can take out Crisco's third, which was a very successful plunder. And Crisco the Cube just says, we'll just sack it. While GeterDone is getting his fourth down to the bottom right-hand corner, GeterDone is going to not be able to take out the fourth because Crisco the Cube is going to lift that up indeed and run all of his SCVs out around the other way, hoping to not get caught by these Marauders, but they will indeed get caught by these Marauders and get taken out every single last one. At least I think so. No! Oh, no. Oh, no! One got off. Uh-oh, only to meet up with the rest of GeterDone's army. Ouch. All those Marines meeting their demise. What is the income tab of both these players? Still at 1200 from Crisco Cube, although I don't know where he's mining 1200 minerals from. How is he getting 1200 minerals from this one base? I guess there's two bases. Not mining out his third yet, but here's that drop from GeterDone, that oh-so-dangerous drop saying, screw missile turrets, I don't care about missile turrets, I'm going to drop in your base anyway. And Crisco's response is, I'm gonna just take my time in getting back to you. Yeah, and delay getting at my siege tanks too, so that maybe you can take out a couple of those as well. I have been talking all night, and my voice is being run a little bit ragged right now, but here come a couple of Vikings out from Crisco Cube, taking out one medevac, just go ahead and sniping it straight out of the sky with a nice little scan to take out all these other siege tanks up here. But it is all going to be in vain as GeterDone's army gets cleaned up, except that GeterDone is now up here with some stemmed up reinforcements. But what's going on here? Crisco Cube, this drop I am not going to miss. Thank you, Lord, for that. But this planetary fortress not going to be much of a problem for Crisco Cube's army, especially now that GeterDone's SCVs are going around. By the way, I don't know, where is he going? He's going to take out is barely mining natural. Okay. But I guess he's going to establish a nice little position outside, right in his natural, so he can take out quite a few SCVs. And that is quite the number of SCVs getting taken out right there. I would have preferred to see this attack going down at the third base, but because the income tab isn't really being affected all that much from GeterDone. And Crisco isn't taking the opportunity to secure his fourth, so this is an all-in push from him, but this looks like a pretty deadly army and could force the GG out of GeterDone. And that is a really nice position he's established right in the middle of his natural expansion, but GeterDone can get out some units. There's a Thor there, there's plenty of medevacs from a starport with no rally point. GeterDone now with the cleanup of that base, of that army, right in his natural expansion, but two Vikings ready to take out any sort of medevacs, and this army is really starting to look all the more scary. I don't know how GeterDone can muster up a force big enough to take this on. This looks like it's going to be GG from GeterDone, and there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's move on.